Hello there everyone. I'm going to pause for my Canadian series to give you a little video on my Kinks albums, and this is dedicated to Jen Zeppelin, who did a series of Kinks videos, driving videos, over the past couple of years that have been fantastic. And I know she's a great Kinks fan, so happy birthday, Jen. I know it's your birthday this week. This album is the Kinks, You Really Got Me. This is an American copy. It's on Reprise Records, as you can see here in the corner. In Canada, the Kinks albums, the early albums in the 60s, were all on Pi, as they were in Britain. But this is the American copy. At one time, I had all the original Kinks albums on Pi, the Canadian ones, but something happened along the way. This is the Kink Controversy. This is an import copy. Face to Face, it's an import copy. I mean, I've been replacing some of them over the years, but I haven't picked them all back up yet. They're fairly expensive now. Something Else by the Kinks. This one has Waterloo Sunset on it. The Kinks are the Village Green Preservation Society. Live at Calvin Hall. It's on Pi, Canadian Pi. This is one of my favorite Kinks albums of the early ones. It's Arthur. There's Queen Victoria. The song Victoria is on this album. And this is like a kangaroo pouch. That's how it goes in there, like that. It's the back side. Lola versus Powerman in the Underground. The Golden Hour of the Kinks. This is part of Pi's Golden Hour series. It's like a greatest hits album with 60 minutes of entertainment. There's 20 songs on here. This is an American copy of the Great Lost Kinks album. It's on Reprise. This is a British album. It's just called The Kinks. It's a double album in mono on Pi Records, and it's like a double greatest hits album of all their early hits, starting with You Really Got Me, Long Tall Shorty, etc., etc. Very blank cover, just black. This is an American copy of the Kinks Chronicles, which is a compilation album of their late 60s material on Reprise. Lots of good liner notes in this. There's the guards. Then they signed to RCA Records, and this is the Kinks album called Muswell Hillbillies. The Kinks were from Muswell in England, Muswell Hill. The Kinks Everybody's in Showbiz, double album, RCA. It's a Canadian copy. Preservation Act 1. And Preservation Act 2, which is a double album. It's got an interesting cover. Soap opera. The lyrics are inside here. Schoolboys in Disgrace. This is very much of a pop album. They went back to a smaller format band. They didn't use horns and things like that so much on this album. Kind of predates AC/DC, if you look at Angus Young. And this is a similar cover. It's the same photograph almost here, except they're rearranged in order here. This is a European import double album, kind of a compilation of their RCA material that I picked up last year. This one's called Celluloid Heroes, the Kinks' Greatest. It's also an RCA compilation. Another compilation called Second Time Around on RCA. Then they signed to Arista. Kinks Sleepwalker. We're getting into late 1970s here. Misfits. It's funny, I left the label on this. It had $6.99 and it said 99 cents non-returnable for some reason. I mean, it's in mint condition. Low budget. And the double live album. It's called One for the Road. They were very popular back in the late 70s. Great live show. They toured very, very hard. Give the people what they want. State of Confusion. And then this one, very ugly cover. It's called Word of Mouth. Come Dancing with the Kinks. This is the best of the Kinks from 1977 to 1986. It's a compilation greatest hits album of their Arista work. It's on Arista Records. They signed to MCA. This is the Kinks album called Think Visual. This is a Dave Davies solo album. He had a couple of solo albums in the late 70s, early 80s, and this is one of them. I don't have the other one. But here we have Barcode with the RCA number on it, AFL 1, 3603. It's kind of cool. And this is a CD. I don't know if this has ever been released on vinyl. It's the Kinks BBC Sessions, 1964 to 1977, double CD. Thank you for watching, everyone.